We don't expect to be punished when we do the right thing, but soon millions of homes and businesses will pay the price for going green. If you've got solar, you'll have to pay power companies to store it.
Free EV charging. Come on, guys. Stay for a couple of hours.
Are you for real? Is it for free?
Yes, it's for free, mate. Please stay a couple of hours. I'll make you a cup of tea. Just hang around.
Okay, top me up.
Marcus is on a mission
Just take the lead. Use anything, okay?
to give away his power.
I'll get it back about 6, 7 o'clock, all right?
Okay, thank you, Marcus.
Before he's charged for it.
You probably can't stop looking at that thing.
It's like a taxi meter. It's sucking money.
Marcus calls it
It's the Great Solar Stitch-Up.
that leads all the way to the halls of power in Canberra.
Mate, would you like some free power? I got too much solar power.
And this crusading customer isn't alone.
This is a kick in the guts for the everyday Australian who's been looking after their bottom line.
It appears nearly every man and his dog's about to cop it in the socket.
Only 3 hours to go, baby. Good girl.
OK, Betsy's not hitting the treadmill for 3 hours, and Marcus isn't drying a lone sock.
This is a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
I tell you what's ridiculous.
He's at pains to point out a looming power problem.
It's ridiculous now that they encouraged us to do solar for 15 years, and now they're going to smack us if we want to export it.
3.5 million Aussie homes and businesses are like mini power stations. Till now, these solar converts have been receiving money from power companies for every extra kilowatt of electricity they send to the grid. But soon, a solar switch will be flicked, and it'll be the power punters who pay.
We're being punished for doing the right thing, following the government's recommendation, getting a rebate, getting solar, and now at the end of the road, suddenly I'm being the cash cow for the energy retailers.
It appears the electricity network can't handle the influx of power being sent to the grid. The network needs upgrading, and solar consumers will foot the bill.
Since 2006, solar has grown exponentially. So somebody in the planning department for the energy network could have worked out 10 years ago that we're going to be in this position here right now, but they did nothing about it.
Has the government been asleep at the wheel?
I think that the uptake of solar has occurred at a pace that has probably exceeded expectations all around. So I do think we are catching up.
Anna Collier is the chair of the Australian Energy Market Commission.
Doing nothing was not really an option. The grid would get congested, no more solar would be able to be exported, and we'd actually be in a worse position for everyone.
The tax word is not a good word. Incentive is a good word.
Kathleen's a solar industry pioneer. She fears the controversial new levy could kneecap installers and suppliers.
I'm terrified to find out what it might do. Hopefully it won't kill them. Don't use the carrot and the stick, just use the carrot. You know, incentivise people to use their self-consumption.
Customers can avoid the new charges by exporting their solar during peak times, or fork out thousands of dollars for batteries to store their power.
I don't need it because I got the solar there.
They paid me to do the right thing by the environment, to create renewable energy, and now they're smacking us hard not to give it to anybody because they want to charge for it. It's crazy.
Marcus is calling on Energy Minister Chris Bowen to step in.
Mate, would you like some free power? I got too much solar power.
No taker for the free power. And look, while the mess has not grown on Minister Bowen's watch, he's the Energy Minister, I'd love him to fix it.
So this is the petition that we're asking people.
Action Group Solar Citizens CEO Heidi Lee Douglas would also like an audience with the Energy Minister.
We've been knocking on the door for Mr Bowen to present that petition to him, and so far he's refused. Basically, the energy companies are wanting to start charging people for sunlight. That's just not fair.
What's your response to slogans out there like solar tax?
Our obligation is to serve the long-term interests of consumers as a whole. So at the end of the day, I feel it's unhelpful to wrap it up in something that's simplistic in that way.
I'd like to know what we're scaremongering about. I think that it's quite legitimate for people to be questioning whether that investment that they've made can suddenly be taxed.
It's up to the state governments to bring in the solar export tariffs. The expectation is the average solar home will be about $70 worse off, but they'll still save around $900 a year on power bills.
Well, it's a few cents now, but we know energy retailers, it starts here and it ends up there. And by the time it ends up there, with the size of the system I have, it's going to be a damn lot of money out of my pocket.
Which is why Marcus's prank to plough through his power as fast as he can might not be so ridiculous after all.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly inspire people to join the renewable future, does it? And we reached out to the Energy Minister, who said the new rules were ticked off by the previous government.